Okay, I'm gonna show you all how I connect quick connections to my water fed poles. Um, okay, I've got this here is actually 200 foot of 1/4 inch hose for for air guns, or it's air hose is what it is. And I have this is what I have that comes off of my my pure water cart, and my pure water cart connects to it right here, and then I spool this off. This is what follows behind me to my water fed poles. And anyway, and this is a quick connection here. It's all air sockets for quick connections. It can work just fine with water. But anyway, where I connected here for my poles is what I want to show you on this evening. This here is my Gardiner Supermax 45. I just received this the other day, and I can't wait to get out there and use it. And I've got a building that I'm going to be using it on here at the end of February. Anyway, right now we've got a bunch of snow outside and bad weather. Can't mess with it right now. But anyway, here's the tubing that comes with it. On the end of this tubing, when I received it, it had this connection here, which is a different connection than what I'm using on my system. So what I did was I cut the tubing and removed it and saved it, because later on, never know, I may be using the same thing for something else down the road. But I'll just save that for later. So what I did last night was I put this connection inside the tubing here, and it's got a flare and tip on like this here. I shoved it inside there, and also I added a little bit of Gorilla Glue up around the very top of it. I don't have the pinch clamps like what's on here that will fit this tubing. You don't have a lot of pressure that builds up on this tubing anyway, because it's open in at the other end. So I just used, it's really tight fit anyway, but I put a little bit of that Gorilla Glue up in there. Now when you put the Gorilla Glue in there, you put it around the very top up here, down maybe a couple of burrs right here. Don't go any farther down, because you don't want to have this whole thing covered with Gorilla Glue and slide it in there, and you get glue over the end, it hardens and you can't use it. It'd be plugged up. It'd be a mess, get it undone. So I just add just a little bit up here all the way around, and then when you slide it in there, it gets up here real close, it gets real tight, and it seals it and kind of holds it on there for sure. It probably never came off anyway, but I put the glue just for case. It does come loose. It's connected good. And I wiped off all the excess that came out of it and cleaned it up. Okay, now on the end of this, I've got a valve here. Now this valve, I'm going to be putting it on here, and this will work as our shutoff. This is our shutoff valve. It shuts the flow from of our pure water that's coming off of here. It shuts it off so that your unit's not just putting out water all the time. It kind of shuts it off, and it shuts off the water to the end of your brush. So we're going to take a little bit of some of this plumber's tape here, and I'll wrap it on here. Around the threads, so it gives it a good seal. Now I'm going to take this valve. Now this is it's an air connection valve. It's a valve for airlines and stuff like that too. And anyway, I'm going to put it on here. I think this is rated like somewhere around like 100 psi, but usually my pump and everything usually kicks off around 80 if I'm adding any extra pressure to the line coming out for my pole. Grab a wrench here and we'll tighten this up real quick. Okay, then behind it I have this. This is the male connection that will connect us to our line. So let's throw a little plumber's tape on it. Maybe I can get this on there faster. It's not all messed up and small. There we go. A little quicker. Then we'll snug it up. Put it back on this back side, get out of the way. And there it is. Now that's ready to go. See, like I said, this works as a valve. It shuts it on and off. So you shut your flow off to the end of your pole. And this here, when I'm using it, this D-ring here connects to my belt. I have a belt around my waist, and it slides onto my belt. And this is right here connected to the line, and it's just right here on my side. The only thing I got to do is just reach down my side and turn it on and turn it off when I'm using it. Okay, now we got that on there. I'm going to take the brush off the end down here. On the end of this Gardiner pole, we got these quick releases here, and I can just pull the gooseneck out of there to remove the brush off the end. Then I'm going to come down to the other end. I've already got enough of this kind of out here, out of this, where I can have enough to slide up in there. Okay, now on the end of this, we're going to feed this line through here. Normally you would feed it from the other end and it comes through a little easier. You had a couple you had to miss here to get past it, but it works easier if you feed it from the other end. But I'd already put that first piece on there the other night and didn't think about shoving it down the other end first. But I'll feed it down through here, and it should be coming out the other end. There it is, it's out the other end now. Okay, now we'll take our gooseneck, feed it through the gooseneck, then put the gooseneck right back on. And we'll latch it in place. Now I've got a little extra here, but there's where it connects into your brush. But anyway, this Gardiner Supermax, I ordered from Gardiner. They're the distributor for Gardiners in Colorado. There'll be some information at the end of this video where you can see where to order from and go online and look at some of their poles that they have. It's a really cool pole. But now it's ready. This here fits into here and she's ready to go. Now this pole is ready to start washing windows. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.